2010 survey conducted by bookrunners.com, it was revealed that 69% of college students relied financially on their parents to pay for tuition and housing costs, also other expenses such as utilities and food. In a 2008 survey conducted by the United States Accountability Office, 1.7 million college students, or 20%, did not have medical insurance. Hello, my name is Senior Airman Sarah Ray Kelly, and I am in the United States Air Force. I am proud to say that I am a 21-year-old college student that does not rely financially on my parents, and I do have full medical benefits. How is this possible? The United States Air Force has several financial benefits they offer to active duty members to help me remain financially independent and keep my money in my pocket. Tuition assistance, basic allowance for subsistence, and basic allowance for housing, along with full medical benefits, are just 4 ways of several financial benefits that the United States Air Force offers. As college students, we all have one thing in common. We all had to figure out how we were going to pay for our tuition. And the United States Air Force, 100% of tuition costs and fees are covered by the government's funds. In the 3 years that I have been taking classes, I have taken about 35 credit hours towards my degree, and I have not paid 1 cent. Although we wish it were, money is not unlimited, and the United States Air Force does put a limit on how much money they will pay your college each year for tuition. Currently, the cap is $4,500. If you calculate that each class is about 3 semester hours at $250 per semester hour, you can take roughly 6 classes per year. Although that does not seem like a lot, please keep in mind that active duty members have full-time jobs and do not have time to be more than part-time students. Taking advantage of this program helps keep college students thousands and thousands of dollars out of debt with student loans. There are some guidelines that members have to follow to be able to qualify for tuition assistance. One being, you cannot apply for tuition assistance more than 30 days prior to the class date. Also, you cannot apply for tuition assistance if your class has already started. And finally, you will get denied tuition assistance if you have not submitted your grades from your previous class to your education office within 60 days of the class ending. Just like finding money for tuition assistance, finding money for housing and food can be a burden. Luckily for active duty Air Force members, the United States Air Force pays them monthly their base allowance for subsistence, or BAS, and base allowance for housing, which is your BAH. Base allowance for housing and base allowance for officers range between $220 and $320. This money is given to members of the Air Force to compensate them for any food costs they have occurred in that month. Unlike base allowance for subsistence, or BAS, base allowance for housing is not the same across the board. Base allowance for housing is given to a member to compensate them for any housing costs. They do not, however, give you an unlimited amount of money. The United States Air Force calculates their payments on the average cost of living in the area that you are stationed at. For a full chart of BAH rates, go to www.military.com under the Benefits tab and Military Pay. My husband and I, who are both active duty, receive our own separate BAH payments per month. My BAH payment covers rent and utilities, so money that we have left over goes into our pockets. So BAS and BAH, rather than being a good financial tool to pay for your housing and food, if you have any extra left over and it's managed well, you can have a little bit extra spending money. Like I said in the beginning, 1.7 million college students do not have medical insurance. That makes me wonder how many college students do not go to the doctor whenever they get a sickness or they are injured. Being in the United States Air Force, the government will cover any medical costs a member may accumulate between doctor's visits. Since I've been in for 4 years, I've had to go to a neurologist for a pinched nerve. I've had 2 minor surgeries. I've had 1 major surgery. I've also broken my foot and had to do physical therapy. How much did I pay for that? Nothing. Not 1 cent. The government picked up any costs that I may have accumulated while going to the doctor. Not only are you are you covered for injuries and sicknesses, the government also covers your costs for regular checkups, such as your dental, hearing, or eyesight. This type of benefit allows members to remain healthy and not avoid going to the doctor simply because of costs. The United States Air Force financial benefits can help relieve some of the concern that college students may have about finding money for tuition, housing and food costs, and paying for medical insurance. As I wrap up, I would like to kind of review what I've gone over. Tuition assistance assists students in paying 100% of costs to go to school. BAS and BAH are monthly payments given to the member for food and housing costs. And finally, medical insurance is given to active duty members to cover any medical costs that they may accumulate while going to doctors or taking emergency room visits. If anybody has any questions, I'll be free and glad to answer any of them. Thank you.